Welcome back to Goshen Prepping. We are preppers, aren't we? We are here to survive and thrive and do very well, whatever may come, even if it's not economic collapse, even if it's not an EMP or war, just general life. That's what we do. We always want to be prepared for everything because we are doers. That's the whole point, is you take action and get things done. And preppers are the best because why? We take action proactively before it happens because we think about it and think ahead and try to be prepared for scenarios. So here's the thing. Tell me what's going on right now in your life. One thing in your life that you know you should be doing, but you keep putting off. I'm not even saying put this in the comments, but you can if you want to. I want you to answer that to yourself right now. What's that thing? Think about it. I should be doing this. I don't want to do this. And I keep putting it off. I mean, there's so many things that could fill in the blank, like health. Yeah, we all could be a little bit more fit, couldn't we? Finances, maybe in trying to pay off a debt, but you find yourself shopping even more. Or maybe it's simply just mastering a skill, maybe mastering a skill for a job or for preparedness, whatever that might be. There's always things, and hopefully you have something like this because our job as humans, not even just for prepping, our job as humans is to grow. We have challenges and we grow, and there we go. We get better at everything. So the question is, why haven't you done that one thing yet? Why haven't you? Think about that for a second. What's making you procrastinate? What's making you say, you know what, I don't do this right now? The answer, by the way, is much simpler than you think because I have a general answer for all of that, why we don't get things done like we're supposed to get done. And this video is going to help you with this. That's what this is awesome. It's an awesome video, by the way, because it's helping for both crap it's the fan, but also helping in life right now. Always procrastinating or not wanting to do the things we want to get done. And there's simple reasons why that's the case. And I do have the answer for you. All right. So let me give you a bit of advice if you don't mind. I even hate saying that because I personally don't like unwarranted advice. You know, some people are like, let me tell you how things are. I'm like, I'd rather figure it out on my own. But I want to say this to you. I've learned that when you want to master something or become very, very good at it, the best way is to learn from the experts. From the experts. Not armchair experts. Not people who claim to be experts, not people even on YouTube like, oh, I have this channel, so therefore I know what I'm talking about. No, we're talking about people who really know the business of the situation. And they're not only good at it, but they're some of the best in the world. Because everybody loves to teach you. Everybody loves to give you their 2 cents. But the 2 cents isn't worth anything. It's not even worth 2 cents because a lot of the information they put out is wrong. So you always have to try to get the information from what you think is the most reputable source. I say that because just because the world thinks this person's a reputable source, you know what I'm saying, doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. But don't settle for just people's advice. Yeah, maybe how to handle your family stuff, maybe that's one thing. But if we're talking about things that's going to save your life, wouldn't you want to leave that to somebody who is an expert in the situation? And this is not me talking about my channel at all. This is talking about just in general. And this is where it comes from, by the way. Let me give you a quick story. A martial artist, if you didn't know me, I'm a world champion martial artist. I own a very, very successful school in Michigan. We love it. I just love teaching martial arts and spending time with my students and my other instructors. It's fun. It's something I've always wanted to do in my life. And finally, later part of my life, I decided to pursue it. But like I mentioned, I'm a world champion. And that didn't come easy. And let me explain why. My personality, by the way, although when I set to my mind to something like becoming a doctor, I'll do it and I'll get it done. But I'm usually the kind of person, I'll usually make it 3/4 of the way through something. I'm like, all right, I've learned enough, time to move on to something else. I do that a lot. But when it came to martial arts, I was like, I really would like to be a world champion. And I've been to actually numerous world champion competitions. I've been a world champion contender numerous times. I wouldn't even like place. Wasn't even first, second, or third. I remember one time I came back, I was like, I think I got 4th place. I was so excited. And then the results came in. I was like actually like 7th or 8th place. I was like, okay, whatever. So I decided this last year was the year to do it. I'm going to change my mind. That's not at all how it happened. My wife said to me, my most amazing person in my life said to me, listen, you're not getting any younger. Your skills are really getting good, but it's getting to a point where you're eventually going to start having age coming into play, and it's going to make it more and more difficult for you to get this title in your specific age group bracket and all that type of stuff. And I was like, no, you know, you're right. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to start dedicating a lot of extra time to practicing to become this world martial artist. If I didn't get it, I didn't get it. But she said, just have fun anyway. And I always do. And so I decided to start training, and I was training. I had a guy come up to me. Obviously, I won't mention who this is. I don't want to embarrass them, but they came up and said, "Hey, I see you're really training to be a world champion. How about I train you?" And my first instinct was like, yeah, this is great. I don't have to do this alone. Somebody's going to train me. But after a couple of days, I got thinking, I was like, wait a second. This person's not a world champion martial artist. This person has also been up to numerous as a world contender, but has never won, never placed also. And I got thinking, I was like, I'm going to have to like break the news to this person that, no offense, but you're not an expert in the field. You are not a world champion. So in my mind, I'm thinking you don't know what it takes to be a world champion. So get my advice from you. It's probably not the best way. I didn't say it like that. I said it very lovingly, but I decided to go ahead and say, you know what? Let me see how the other experts do it. And this is basically how a lot of different athletes do this, by the way. Like boxers will watch the strategies of the people they're going against, or a football team will watch the techniques from the other football teams, and they watch endless videos. And that's what I dedicated myself to, watching these videos, watching these tricks, all these different things. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I practiced them, and then went up for the competition and won. It's still unfathomable. I can never say that word, unfathomable, for me to say that I'm a world champion, because like I said, this is not something I do, and it wasn't something to take lightly at all. But I'm not the kind of person who likes to master on things. But I am the kind of person who, well, somebody says, you can't do that, I'll be like, oh yeah, let's see it happen. And I did it. It's cool. But here's the thing. When I look back at my life, there's a lot of things that I've done like this. Medical school was easy, but it was hard too. Like when I was getting my undergraduate, I would get like, I think the most semester hours I had for one semester was like 18 credit hours. That means I was in class 18 hours a week. But when you get to medical school, they're like, oh, gone are the days of just 18. You're here pretty much 40 hours a week. And I remember working 12-hour shifts for 40 days in a row, 12-hour shifts for 40 days. And I got one day off. Then I did my next rotation of 40 days, 12-hour shifts, because I had a goal. And it was nice about school and college systems is they set that goal for you. They put it in steps for you. All you have to do is focus on day by day by day, and you get those steps done. Next thing you know, you graduated. And that's why there's a lot of people who don't have degrees are like, going to college doesn't mean you're actually intelligent or figure things out. And that's so true. Doesn't mean you don't go to college, you're also not intelligent. It goes either way. But college is very good at simply feeding you exactly what you need to get the information they want to give you. So in reality, I found medical school to be pretty easy, surprisingly. I'm probably the only person in the world I know of who went to medical school. It was actually more just for fun. I just enjoy learning and figuring stuff out. And did I want to be a doctor? Yeah, I enjoyed my time in the ER and private practice, but keeping myself into one specific job like that is not my personality at all. Owning a martial arts school, so much fun. I love it. I love spending the time with my students. And it is tough for me sometimes to be in that certain job every single day. Teaching my kids, I love all the interactions with them. Being a filmmaker, if you didn't know, I'm also, well, not just YouTube, by the way, I am a filmmaker. I make films. That's another thing that I enjoy doing too. But I always have to keep things going. All right, that's less about me, more about you. So here's what's going on. The lesson one is this. If you want to be successful, stop reinventing the wheel. Whatever that success is, maybe crap it's the fan, maybe it's your job right now, maybe it's life, whatever. You want to conquer this goal. Don't go into it thinking, I've got to figure out how to do this. People who've already conquered that goal are already out there. Listen, you're not solving some type of quantum theory. You're working on something that's been done before. Everything you see around you has been done before. Only the tops of the fields are trying to solve like string theory, relativistic physics stuff, which is cool, by the way. Okay. There's always the top of the edge. That's not what we're talking about. That's not 99% of the people. You have goals. You just told me at the beginning, or at least in your mind, I said, what goal do you have right now that you're not getting done? But here's the thing. First off, I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. Somebody else has finished that goal. So get advice? No, get expert advice. Find somebody who did that goal, achieved it, and did it very well. That's the kind of person you want to watch and model after. That's your first bit of advice. That's the key. And that's when I got my world champion. That's when I really realized that. And it almost became kind of like my motto for life now. If I really want to do very, very well, then I'm going to see how the experts did it, the people who did it very, very well, not the next door neighbor who thinks they know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always those people. Real quick, I remember I saw a person one day come up who knew how to do something. This person obviously very much knew how to do it, and they had their friend who didn't know so much. So I asked the person, how do I do this? And the expert started telling me, then the friend goes, yeah, and you also do this. I was like, no offense, I'm talking to them because they're the expert on this, not you. I know sometimes it sounds kind of brash, doesn't it? Kind of rude, but I'm a straight shooter. I don't know if you are too. That's why in this channel, I don't try to like cover or hide things up. I just tell you exactly how it is. I always admire straight shooters. So that's how I am. Okay. Steve Jobs, the big Apple guy. Well, not Big Apple. That'd be New York Steve Jobs, but Steve Jobs, obviously the big guy for Apple. How about that? He said this, and listen to this comment. There's only 3 things you have to get done every day. Only 3 things. That's called the signal. That's what he calls it, by the way, is the signal. I call it your goals. I have 3 goals. And he said, you should only have 3 goals a day. No more. And in reality, no less too, because if you have less, you're not really achieving for something. He said, everything else is just noise. Come up with 3 goals a day. Only those 3. They're your top priority. And sometimes you have to shift one. You have to. Everything else is just noise. And boy, noise is the key here, because that's probably their second bit of advice why you're not getting your things done. Because especially in our modern times, this noise is everywhere. I've got 9 kids. I know all about noise being there. And obviously we're not talking about physical noise from my kids, but metaphorical noise. We're talking about your cell phone noise. We're talking about news and YouTube channels. We're talking about constant input from everywhere. Understand the whole term doom scrolling, if you know it, is literally just keeping you fed to the noise. All those things around you, all these they call comforts, which is actually tearing apart your life, are literally things that's just noise keeping you from those 3 things. So that's your first bit of a real advice, practical advice is I want you to come up with 3 things every day. I want you to write them down. I want you to say, today I need to can some chicken. I need to bottle my rice. And I need to learn how to do this tourniquet for medical. How about that? Those are your 3 goals. Everything else is just noise. Everything else is a distraction. Everything else will take you from doing that. So let's listen to this. Those 3 things are going to make you successful in whatever you're doing that day. Everything else is noise to make you so you're not successful. And it's human nature. Human nature always wants you to, well, I'm just going to quit what I'm doing today. That's not what human nature does. I don't want to do this. You tell yourself that, but, oh, that's right. I need to go clean the garage or clean out the fridge, or maybe I'll just go shopping or watch another YouTube video. And that little voice will keep telling you who cares about these 3 things and will try to make excuses into noise. All that stuff is noise. Listen, if you have a goal to go grocery shopping, that's fine. Is it one of today's goals? Then why are you even talking about it? Maybe that's your goal for tomorrow, one of your 3 goals. So stop with the noise, stop with the distractions. All right, so here's the thing. Your goal, write down those 3. And of course, in the Ninja Prepper Binder, which I've talked about before, this is chapter 2, talks a little bit more about this. If you haven't picked that up, you can link it below. It's still on sale. But I want you to have the challenge of having 3 goals a day and work only toward those 3 goals. And again, if you have to change one, sometimes things come up, then by all means change it. But 3 goals a day. I hope this helps you out, because successful preppers are the ones who survive, and that's why we're here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you appreciate this video and all this work I put into helping you out. We'll see you next time.